Hate it.
It's taking jobs away from good actors, huh?
No, not even because of that. Not even because of that. It's just trash. It's just a quick buck, that's all. But that's just me. I'm sure a lot of people love it.
That's fine.
Popular. It's all over TV, isn't it?
Bruce Willis carved his place in Hollywood history as the everyman action hero who redefined what leading men could be in blockbuster cinema. From his breakthrough role as John McClane in Die Hard to his later dramatic turns in films like The Sixth Sense, Willis brought a blue-collar authenticity to roles that demanded both physical toughness and emotional vulnerability. His approach to filmmaking reflected old-school professionalism and no-nonsense work ethic that prioritized getting the job done efficiently over lengthy artistic discussions. Willis expected the same level of preparation and commitment from his co-stars, viewing acting as serious craft that required discipline rather than indulgent creative exploration. Throughout his career, Willis developed a reputation for direct communication and impatience with actors, who he perceived as unprofessional or self-indulgent. His conflicts weren't born from petty jealousies, but from fundamental disagreements about work ethic and collaborative responsibility on film sets. The entertainment industry witnessed Willis's frustration when his straightforward approach collided with performers who brought different methodologies or attitudes to their craft. These weren't merely personality clashes, but philosophical differences about what constitutes professional behavior in high-pressure production environments. Willis's antagonisms reveal a performer who valued efficiency, preparation, and mutual respect above all else, expecting co-stars to match his level of commitment while leaving personal egos and creative pretensions at home. Sixth, Kevin Smith. Bruce Willis's contentious relationship with Kevin Smith during the production of Cop Out became legendary in Hollywood circles for representing the clash between old-school professionalism and indie film sensibilities. Willis's frustration with Smith's directing style and creative approach created tension that affected the entire production atmosphere. The conflict centered on Smith's improvisational directing methods, which Willis found unprofessional and inefficient. Bruce expected a director who came prepared with a clear vision and specific instructions, revealed cinematographer David Klein in a later interview. Kevin's collaborative, figure-it-out-as-we-go approach drove Bruce absolutely crazy. Willis's impatience with Smith's inexperience in big-budget filmmaking became apparent during rehearsals where Smith would encourage extensive improvisation rather than sticking to scripted material. The actor's preference for efficient shooting schedules clashed with Smith's more relaxed timeline expectations. Their philosophical differences extended beyond directing techniques to fundamental disagreements about on-set atmosphere. Willis expected professional focus during work hours, while Smith's casual, friend-centered approach to filmmaking struck Willis as unprofessional and disrespectful to crew members' time. The relationship deteriorated when Smith began publicly discussing their conflicts in interviews and podcasts, violating Willis's expectations of private resolution for professional disagreements. When someone airs dirty laundry for publicity, they're revealing their true priorities. Willis later reflected about directors who prioritize personal branding over collaborative respect. Willis's assessment remained characteristically direct. Some people confuse being friendly with being professional, but great filmmaking requires both discipline and mutual respect. 5. Sylvester Stallone. Bruce Willis's conflict with Sylvester Stallone during negotiations for The Expendables 3 revealed the tension between two aging action stars with different approaches to career management and collaborative filmmaking. Their public feud represented deeper philosophical differences about loyalty, compensation, and professional courtesy in Hollywood relationships. The dispute began when Willis demanded significantly higher compensation for reduced screen time, which Stallone viewed as greedy and disrespectful to the ensemble nature of the project. Bruce wanted movie star money for supporting player work, Stallone later revealed in trade publication interviews, expressing frustration with Willis's financial demands. Willis's position reflected his belief that actors should be compensated according to their box office value rather than accepting reduced fees for ensemble projects. Their disagreement escalated when Stallone publicly criticized Willis's negotiating tactics, violating professional courtesy expectations. The conflict deepened when Willis withdrew from the project entirely, forcing last-minute recasting that affected the film's production schedule and budget. Stallone's subsequent social media attacks on Willis created public spectacle that embarrassed both actors and revealed their mutual antipathy. Their feud represented broader tensions within the action genre about aging stars competing for limited roles rather than supporting each other's continued relevance. Some guys never learn that success means lifting others up, not tearing them down, Willis observed during a later interview about Hollywood relationships. Willis's final assessment emphasized his disappointment with Stallone's public behavior. Real professionals handle business privately and maintain respect even when deals don't work out. 4. Edward Norton. Bruce Willis's antagonism toward Edward Norton stems from their fundamentally different approaches to character development and on-set behavior. Norton's reputation for extensive preparation and creative input struck Willis as pretentious overcomplication of straightforward acting work, creating immediate tension during collaborative projects. The philosophical conflict became apparent when Norton's method acting techniques disrupted Willis's preferred efficient working style. Edward would want to discuss character motivation for 20 minutes before shooting a simple dialogue scene, recalled a crew member from one of their collaborations. Bruce just wanted to nail the scene and move on. Willis's frustration with Norton's perfectionist tendencies extended to the actor's habit of suggesting script changes and alternative approaches during production. Where Willis viewed scripts as blueprints to be executed professionally, Norton treated them as starting points for creative exploration. Their conflict intensified when Norton's preparation methods began affecting other cast members' performances and shooting schedules. Willis expected co-stars to arrive ready to work within established parameters rather than constantly renegotiating creative choices. The tension reached its peak when Norton's detailed character notes and backstory development struck Willis as academic exercise rather than practical preparation. Some actors think more equals better, but great performance comes from clear choices executed with confidence, Willis observed about method acting extremes. Willis's assessment reflected his broader impatience with intellectual approaches to emotional work. When someone needs a philosophy degree to play a character, they're overthinking a job that requires instinct and commitment. 3. Cibil Shepard. Bruce Willis's relationship with Cibil Shepard during Moonlighting became one of television's most notorious co-star conflicts, representing the collision between Willis's rising star ambitions and Shepard's established leading lady expectations. Their personal and professional tensions affected the entire production and contributed to the show's eventual decline. The conflict began with creative disagreements about their characters' relationship dynamics, with Shepard feeling that Willis's character was overshadowing her established role as the series lead. Cibil expected the show to remain focused on her character, but Bruce's natural charisma was shifting audience attention, revealed series creator Glenn Gordon Caron. Willis's frustration with Shepard's prima donna behavior and demands for special treatment created daily tension that affected script development and shooting schedules. Their inability to maintain professional courtesy during personal conflicts compromised the romantic chemistry essential to the show's success. The relationship deteriorated when off-camera animosity began affecting their on-screen performances, with both actors struggling to maintain believable romantic tension while harboring genuine mutual dislike. You could feel the coldness between them even during their supposed love scenes, remembered supporting cast member Alice Beasley. Their conflict extended to salary negotiations and creative control issues, with both actors seeking greater influence over storylines and character development. The power struggle created production delays and budget overruns that threatened the show's continuation. Willis's reflection on their collaboration emphasized the importance of professional boundaries. When personal feelings interfere with professional responsibilities, everyone suffers and the work becomes impossible. 2. Demi Moore. Bruce Willis's complex relationship with Demi Moore created unique challenges that extended far beyond typical co-star dynamics, encompassing marriage, divorce, career competition, and ongoing family responsibilities. Their professional collaborations became complicated by personal history that made objective artistic judgment nearly impossible. The professional tensions began during their marriage when both actors were at career peaks, creating competition for roles and attention that affected their personal relationship. Bruce and Demi were both ambitious stars trying to maintain individual identities while being seen as a power couple, observed their former publicist. Their post-divorce attempts at professional collaboration proved even more challenging, with unresolved personal issues affecting their ability to work together objectively. Willis found Moore's presence distracting and emotionally complicated in ways that interfered with his performance preparation. The situation was further complicated by their shared children and ongoing co-parenting responsibilities, which created additional pressure during professional interactions. Every work situation became about more than just the job. Willis later reflected about mixing personal and professional relationships. Their mutual friends and industry colleagues often found themselves caught between conflicting loyalties, creating additional tension in collaborative environments. The entertainment industry's fascination with their relationship dynamics overshadowed their individual artistic contributions. Willis's final assessment emphasized the importance of maintaining clear boundaries. Some relationships are too complicated to survive in professional settings, no matter how much you might want them to work. 1. Danny Ielo Bruce. Willis's most intense professional conflict occurred with Danny Ielo during the production of Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing, where their fundamental disagreements about the film's racial themes and artistic message created irreconcilable creative tensions that affected the entire production atmosphere. The conflict began when Willis questioned certain aspects of Lee's script and directorial choices, leading to heated discussions with Ielo about the film's political implications and social responsibility. Danny was completely committed to Spike's vision, while Bruce seemed uncomfortable with some of the material's racial content, remembered supporting actor Ossie Davis. Their philosophical differences extended beyond script interpretation to fundamental disagreements about actors' responsibilities when participating in politically charged material. Ielo viewed Willis's concerns as attempts to soften the film's impact, while Willis felt pressured to support messages he didn't fully embrace. The tension escalated when Ielo began publicly criticizing Willis's commitment to the project, suggesting that his discomfort with racial themes revealed deeper character flaws. Willis responded by questioning Ielo's motivations and suggesting his political posturing was performative rather than genuine. Their conflict affected other cast members and crew, creating an atmosphere of ideological division that threatened the collaborative spirit essential to Lee's artistic vision. You couldn't be in the same room with both of them without feeling the tension, recalled cinematographer Ernest Dickerson. Willis's withdrawal from the project reflected his inability to reconcile personal beliefs with professional obligations. Sometimes artistic integrity means admitting when you're not the right person for certain material. Willis later reflected about projects that require ideological commitment beyond acting ability.